Welcome. Find your way to a comfortable seat, wherever that is for you today. And regardless of how you got here, what state you were in, can we let that go? Can you give yourself permission to be here for a few moments? Gently gazing towards the floor or closing your eyes. Let's come into the moment. Feeling your feet, legs on the floor, your sit bones, your hands on your lap. Noticing the physical sensations in your body. Noticing the sounds inside and outside the room. Your visual field is still active even with eyes closed. Build up a picture of your body here in this moment. Doing a body scan starting at the top of your head and slowly scanning through, not trying to change anything. Just notice what appears. This feels relaxed and warm. This feels tense, tight. Give yourself permission to accept whatever appears. Scanning down through your neck, your shoulders, your arms, your chest, back, abdomen, hips, legs, into your feet. Begin to notice your breath. What is the quality of your breath in this moment? Are they long, short, deep, shallow? Again, not trying to change anything, just notice. Your breath, whether you are controlling it or if it's autonomous, it's going to come and it's going to go. Just like every moment, every feeling, every experience that you ever had and ever will have is going to come and it's going to go. Can we sit as the witness and notice what is appearing? Can you notice the exact moment your inhale starts? The exact moment it stops? When does your exhale begin? When does your exhale stop? Not trying to prevent thoughts or feelings from appearing. Can you notice the breath no matter how busy the mind is? And anytime you notice that you are caught up in a thought or a feeling, not trying to stop it, just notice and then redirect back to the breath. Thinking and feeling is natural. There's no need to interfere or stop. Just notice. And come back to the breath. For a few moments, can we now drop the concept of focusing on the breath, focusing on anything? Can you give yourself permission, your mind permission, to do whatever it wants? Be that think or feel or sit in silence. Just let it happen. gently come back to your body. You can open your eyes, wiggle your fingers, your toes. Invite some gentle movement. I'm going to come off of my cushion so that I can get closer to my feet. Taking a moment now to tune in. Notice how my feet feel today. Your feet hold you up, yet we seldom think about them. Can you massage your feet and notice, well, how are they feeling right now? How is my muscles in my feet? Are there areas of tension, ease? How can I show my feet care? How can I encourage them to move with ease? Paying attention to both feet. As you massage your feet, you will notice perhaps that one foot feels tighter than the other. It's natural, depending on what you've been doing recently or for your life. You may have a habit of using one side of your body more than the other, or maybe it's just today. Sometimes we fluctuate from day to day, moment to moment. Can you be curious? Can you explore without looking for harm, thoughts of shame or pain? These are signals. When you feel pain, that's typically a signal you're pushing too hard, or stretching beyond your current capacity. Can you honor where you are today? Let's make our way to a tabletop position. We'll start warming up the spine. Now, set yourself up for success. In every position, every posture, every movement, can you show up with care and love for your body? When I'm holding weight on my hands, can I make sure that they're in a position that's stable? My hands are underneath my shoulders. I'm pressing into the index finger knuckle, really trying to create a similar shape to when my feet are on the floor. Your feet and hands structurally are incredibly similar. Can you build a foundation of strength? Can you press into the tops of your feet so that you're not dumping your weight into your knees? Can you press into the ground so you're not dumping your weight into your wrists? And then from there, can we do a traditional kind of cat-cow? Can we dump the belly, releasing the abdomen, looking forward? Say hi to yourself if you have a mirror. Can you curl the spine in the opposite direction, really playing with the exaggerated shape of these two positions, rounding the spine in either direction, and noticing what pops up. Where am I feeling tension in my body? Am I feeling it in my hands? Is there perhaps a particular spot in the spine? And I'll encourage you to get a gentle wiggle going as you move. You know, while the posture may be static, you don't need to be. You're constantly moving. So, play with that. Can we extend the left leg back and start to stretch through the back of the leg as we bring the heel towards the floor? Can we bring the right foot back and same thing, shifting the weight forward, backward, stretching through the back of the leg, and noticing, again, as you shift your weight forward, how do your hands feel? Are you dumping your weight into your wrist, or are you pressing into the ground with strength? Bring your big toes to touch, knees wide as the mat, and come into a nice extended child's pose. Relieving some of the pressure in the hands. Encouraging your chest to relax towards the floor. Notice your breath. How does your breath feel in this moment? As we come back up. Let's bring the right foot forward so that we're in this bent leg lunge shape. And check in with yourself to see how you're stacking. Find stability. Try to keep your hips level with each other. So propping one hip up or the other hip, can we find where our center is? Even in this shape here, depending on your day, you might be tight in the front of your left hip. That might be stretch enough. You can play with shifting your weight forward and you'll feel a bigger stretch here. You can lift your left arm up and get a gentle lean towards the right, and that'll exaggerate that stretch. Again, looking for stretch, not pain, accepting where we are today. Maybe the shape doesn't look exactly how you want it to. That's okay. Where are you today? Let's shift the weight back and bring the left leg forward. And again, each time, begin again. Let's stop and take a moment to notice, where am I holding my weight? Even in this posture, can I press into the top of my foot so that I'm not dumping my weight into my knee? Start to feel that stretch and maybe shift the hips forward. Maybe bring that arm up. Maybe get a gentle bend. How is your breath? Now from here, Let's step and come to standing. Often we take for granted that we're standing in a way that suits our body, so let's take a moment to check in. Feet hip width apart, toes facing forward, head above heart, heart above the hips, hips above your ankles. Notice how this feels. Where is the tension in your body at this moment? Is it hard to stand? Are you feeling tension in your feet? Can you encourage the arch of your feet? This can be kind of considered as if I was trying to scrunch the mat underneath my feet, but not actually doing it, to really feel that arch shape of my foot. Your feet have arches for a very good reason. If you look around structurally, architecturally, the arch is an incredibly stable structure. And when your arches in your ankles are collapsing, if you're dumping your weight inwards, you'll notice you'll have less stability. While focusing on that, is there tension building elsewhere in the body? How is your breath? Now play with shifting your weight. What happens when you lean into your toes? Shift from one side to the other. Shift your weight back. How does that feel in your feet? Are you able to maintain stability even when you're off center? Where is center? Even just standing in this structural shape, depending on the day you've had, maybe your feet are getting tired. From here, let's lift the arms up. And let's come to a gentle forward fold. Let's bend those knees generously and let the weight of the upper body rest on your knees. Can you shake the weight of the head, the shoulders? Can you let that go? Embrace a wiggle. Can you, even in this position, can you press into the floor to give yourself a solid foundation? Maybe play with extending one leg, the other, get a gentle sway. And bending your knees generously enough that you can bring your hands down to the mat. Let's come back to a tabletop. Again, now that we're on our hands, let's check in, make sure we're setting ourselves up. And you'll notice I have my toes tucked under. We're gonna extend that left foot back again, and this time let's bring it over to the right so that it's on the right edge, or maybe it's off the mat. And look over your right shoulder and get a nice gentle side bend while we're partially supported. Notice how that feels. And bring that leg back. Extend the right leg back over to the left. Is one side different from the other? Can you show yourself compassion? And come back to center. I'm going to come to a comfortable seat again. Perhaps that's on the floor for you. Perhaps it's on a cushion. And can you check in? How do you feel? Is that different than when you started? Can you let that go? Gentle movement, compassionate movement. Can we try to take these concepts off the mat and throughout our day? In the rush of life, it's easy to forget. When you're standing throughout your day, can you take moments to notice? How am I holding my weight? How does it feel to stand in this moment? Can I set myself up for success? And before you go, I'll thank you for being here. And I'll use the traditional word namaste, a word that recognizes there is a spark of greatness in everyone. And the spark in me recognizes the spark in you. Namaste. Thank you.